Letter to my future friend. Dear future friend, or dear person who thinks they want to be my friend. Here's what you need to know. If we are going to become friends, if we are going to remain friends. If you choose and refuse to hear or listen, I will vanish from your life like a velvety smoke screen sliced by a knife. I don't do tutorials, so if you can't listen, then unfortunately that is not my problem. First, I would like for you to know that I have spent my life caring for other people to such a great degree. Most people cannot comprehend what it is to be me. Giving and loving are the ingredients of my heart. Unfortunately, those ingredients have torn my heart apart. I have finally given myself permission to be selfish. I no longer go through my days thinking every minute and 55 seconds of a good deed to do for others. Instead, I stop myself and think of good deeds that I can do for myself, or I stop myself and I don't think at all. Unfortunately, for the people who took from me and chose to see my kindness and love as vulnerability or weakness, well, those people have made a grave miscalculation. As easily as it is for me to love and give and care and take care of, if you are a person who falls short of my guiding principles, then the only thing I will see in my rearview mirror is my lips as I apply my lipstick. You'll never see my face again. You will never hear from me again, because I will cut you the fuck out of my life. I know what I deserve, and I will settle for nothing less. With that said, you should probably know that the two things that matter to me more than anything other than love are truth and fairness. You might think, or you might want to say or make a comment that, life isn't fair. Things can't always be fair. And I will rebuttal that perhaps is true. However, I believe humanity should strive to keep some sort of equilibrium and keep it mostly balanced most of the time. If things are not fair and the scales are tipping one way or the other, the only outcome can be resentment. And that is wasted energy. Let's talk about truth. If you find yourself saying out loud to me that I will tell lies for whatever reason, to get out of something or whatever it is in your head that you think I might lie about, because it's all based on your experiences and your insecurities and what you've been through, then you, my future friend, are gravely, gravely wrong. I will never need to tell lies, because I will always tell the truth. And unfortunately, the truth is harder to tell. And the majority of the time, the truth actually hurts worse than when you find out about all of the lies. I want you to know what I think about lies. Lies are little tiny poisonous seeds planted in a beautiful garden. And maybe in the beginning they may take on the form of little tiny flowers sprouting, but ultimately they will turn into blood-sucking Venus flytraps and ruin every other flower in the garden. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. That doesn't make me I don't hold myself in higher esteem, or I'm not trying to say that, little white lies here and there. You're never going to know how much my high heels cost. You're never going to know how much that speeding ticket costs. And you bet your ass if I get pulled over by a fucking cop, I'm going to lie my fucking ass off to get out of it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about fundamentally lying to people in a malicious way to serve yourself only. I can't tolerate it. And if I find out it's happening again, I will just disappear. I don't want to associate myself with people who make lying, fabricating, manipulating their tools to get through everyday life. I'd rather be alone. I've learned how to be alone. I've spent so much fucking time alone. I'm pretty sure if we do become friends, you'll never meet a more self-actualized human being as long as you live. I have a high-pitched voice. Sometimes it can be cute. It can be funny. Sometimes it can be really fucking annoying. And when I've had enough, I'm done. There's not going to be any arguing. There's no yelling. I will never use derogatory terms towards someone that I care about and love. If I tell you to fuck off or call you an ugly name, it's because I think you are the bacteria that plagues humankind. I have no respect for you, and I'm going to treat you as such. With that said, I'm not going to be hanging around anyone that I don't have respect for. And I do not have respect for people who will lie to my face or call me a liar when I'm telling the truth. Let's think about that for a second. Let's analyze that. Telling me I'm lying when I'm telling the truth, that's really extra fucked up on your part. You don't want to believe the truth, or you don't want to believe that someone is capable of only telling the truth. Again, usually the truth, unfortunately, is uncomfortable and can be painful. And those feelings don't scare me, because I want to know where I stand. You will always know where I stand. You will always know what I'm thinking. You will always know, unless I'm not ready to tell you. And if I'm not ready to tell you, I'm not going to lie about it. I'm just not going to fucking tell you. With that said, my cute voice and my funny disposition and whatever, and maybe even being a woman might factor in with some people, does not make me someone that is not a force to be reckoned with, because, I beg to differ. When I have decided I'm not going to do something, and I've said and told you I'm not going to do something, and if you decide you want to press the issue, well, then you're going to get the consequence. When I'm done, I'm fucking done. With that said, there should be no reason that any one of my friends should ever see the dark side of me. I know there are things that I need to work on, and one of the things, probably the most major thing of all, is my penchant for vengeance. Sometimes people do shit that hurt other people, and they fly just below the radar of the law, and there's not a fucking hitman or a bodyguard or an older brother or a dad with balls enough or who are big enough to fucking whip the motherfucker's ass. And so, unfortunately, I have anointed myself, sometimes I dare say, karma's boss. People need to be dealt with, and when I decide that, I don't even know how it happens. My mind clicks over, and before I know it, I'm just in fucking stealth beast mode on my way to fuck somebody's shit up. And when I say fuck some shit up, there are rules that apply to my vengeance. I'll be in and out in under 2 minutes. I will not get caught. There will be no trace of any sort of evidence tying myself to anything having to do with the tens of thousands of dollars I'm about to cost you destroying some shit, just so I can make sure you have a shitty fucking day and your bank account is drained. And then I'll go into my self-appointed witness protection program, and you'll never fucking see me again. With that said, that's the narrative of how it plays out, and I've come up with, I don't know how the plans just unfold, and it's, quite frankly, genius, if you want to know my opinion. I don't even know where it comes from. It just is so natural. However, I believe in God, and I do believe in my Savior, Jesus Christ. And God and Jesus are not happy with me when I'm serving vengeance, as it's not my job. As it is written in the good book in the Bible, I'm not supposed to be carrying out those acts. However, if you fuck with my friends, my family, or my heart, just know, and I'm only going to say this once again because I don't do tutorials, I'm coming for you. I'm not afraid. I've been through a lot of shit. Dude, I don't want to fight people. I'm not going to fight people. I'm not going to put myself in situations where I'm going to have to get in fights with people. If I'm in a situation where I'm angry enough that I could potentially fight someone, I either better get the fuck out of there because I'm going to do something that's going to send me to jail, and then something so big will be on my conscience for until I die, and I might not go to heaven, or yeah, enough said about that. I'm not trying to scare you, future friend. I'm not trying to scare you, person that's trying to be my friend. I'm just trying to make it actually easier for both of us. Because if all the things that I'm saying right now are upsetting you, or you don't believe something I'm saying, and that's another thing, underestimating me and not believing the words that I'm saying, I'm taking the time to very carefully communicate and illustrate my thoughts out loud for you, and you don't want to believe me and you want to test me, I will painstakingly exhaust myself teaching you the fucking lesson. Who wants to go there? We want things to be happy and friendly and good times amongst friends. That's how I see friendships. But I'm not going to put myself with people or align myself with people that are not good people.